What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to the very first episode of the Throwback Gamer Show. I am your lovely host, the Throwback Gamer. Now, on this series, I'm going to be playing classic games that are at least 10 years or older. Every now and then I will make an exception, play a game that might be only 5 years or older. I will be playing games that are considered classics, but also I'm looking for those obscure titles, those rare gems, and in some cases, games that you probably never heard of at all. Overall, I'm just looking to have some fun and share some nostalgic memories and experiences from the arcades and much more. So again, welcome to the Throwback Gaming Show. I am your host, the Throwback Gamer. Let's get started. Yes. So the very first episode, we have Street Fighter Alpha 3. Take a look at the title screen. You have a few new faces. And you have the Aism, Xism, and Vism super options there, for lack of a better term. And yeah, I used to beat this game all the time with like 1/4. I played Blanca, played Ken, a few other characters. Blanca is not my favorite, but just for the sake of this episode, I'm playing him because I can probably beat the game without continuing. So it's either going to be that, or if I lose, that'll be the end of this episode. Hopefully I can beat the game. But yeah, man, this is probably one of my favorite Street Fighters, and it's mainly because it's a fun game, that's all. It's definitely not technical. Easy learning curve. As long as you know a few commands, you're good to go. And especially if you know how to block, of course. And Street Fighter Alpha 3, of course, the game that I'm playing, because there is a difference between Street Fighter 3 versus Alpha 3. Street Fighter 3 is probably the most technical. You know, it requires so much of a learning curve to really be a pro at that game. I mean, you have the parrying system, the combo system is quite different. Let's see if we can hit it with the super. That's so funny how they just stand there and then at the very last minute decide not to block. But yeah, Street Fighter 3, man. Speaking of Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 5 is around the corner. There's been a lot of debate on what characters should be brought back, and I'm hearing a lot of characters from Street Fighter 3. I've heard 12. Yes, 12. I've also heard Q. I totally agree with Q. He's the robot, alien, or mask man, whatever he is from Street Fighter 3. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check it out. There's a guy named Karuda, or Karudo. Not sure how I'm pronouncing it right. But he's probably the best Q player on the planet. And if you watch him play Q, you can only dream of knowing how to play Q like that. But he's pretty good. And he makes the character look so much of a scary beast. Oh. Alright, he blocked. Come on, man. He's like jumping through every single last one. Woo! There we go. But yeah, Street Fighter Alpha 3 was always a fun arcade game. It's very easy to play. When you play against other human fighters, it's really, that's when it gets technical, because you can do a lot of things, such as, let's see if I can show you. You can do things such as air block. He's not doing air attacks all of a sudden. Every other time he'd attack me, but oh, you can do what I just did there, where you kind of flip out of an attack. And I think what that does is it allows you to scale some of the damage back, so you don't take as much. Come on, guy. Another thing too, if you guys are looking at the timer on the top of the screen, there's a little meter right underneath, and that's the guard meter. So you can do something called the guard crush, which means that if you just want to sit there and block all day, eventually you'll run out of a meter, and your opponent will crack your guard, enabling them to get a free hit. I think that's another thing they should bring back. The air blocks as well as the... good grief, I can't hit this guy, man. Get out of here. But yeah, the guard crush, I think that's really cool, man. It prevents people from turtling and just kind of being defensive. They have to have somewhat of an offense. Because if you sit there and block all day, eventually your guard is crushed. Opponent gets a free hit, they can be leading into a super or something else. Aism, Xism, and Vism. You know what, to be honest, I have no clue what those things really mean. I've always used the Aism because it's the closest thing to a super. It has 3 levels in most cases. So you can do a super depending on what level you're at, you'll deal more damage. And in some cases, I think the animation is different as well. But as far as the Xism, if I'm correct, it looks like it's just 1 level of a super. And then the Vism, it's more or less like the kind of like that time-based super that Makoto has, reminiscent of Street Fighter Alpha 2, where the characters have a shadowy effect and they're able to just kind of do certain combos and hit you repetitively. Yeah, man. Got him. Alrighty. But this is my favorite version of Street Fighter. I think the worst version of Street Fighter is Street Fighter. Now, before I say this, let me give an explanation and some acknowledgement. This is the Street Fighter that literally brought the Street Fighter name to households everywhere and put it on the map. I'm not talking Street Fighter 4, I'm talking Street Fighter 2. That is the worst version, and I'll explain why. It's fun to play, it was popular, it did a lot of great things in the arcades, and it did great things for the Street Fighter name. However, let's be clear, it is probably by far the most broken, unbalanced, unfair version of Street Fighter by a landslide. If you guys remember the damage that the computer used to do, then you know exactly why I'm saying that. I recall playing against Bison, right, who was the boss character, nearly getting a perfect on him. He came back simply by throwing me 3 times. That's it. Yes, a regular throw would take upwards of 40% damage, in some cases more. And there's a host of other things that were messed up about that game. For example, Guile, he could do a stand-in walk towards you, and as he's doing that, he'll just go right into a blade kick while he's walking forward. Not a down crouch or a charge or any of that. I mean, the game was incredibly broken. And I know I can't be the only one that experienced this, but I just remember thinking to myself, if I have the charge to do this, why doesn't a computer? You know what I mean? It was just nuts. Still a fun game nonetheless, but... Bye-bye. Yeah. The game was ridiculous, man. I mean, the head stomps, man. Oh, the Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter 2 was even worse. Bison would kill you by just kicking you like maybe 4 times and you're dead. 4 kicks to the face and you were gone. 25% kicks. Jimmy, you're Jimmy. Yeah. Oh, my dear friend Dan. Long time no see. I owe you my life, you know. How about a match? Let's see if you're as strong as you were. Isn't that a great way to meet someone again that saved your life? Hey, long-time friend, let's fight. Haven't seen you in a while. Throw your dukes up. Come on, cut that out. No. Every time he gets you on the ground, he does a taunt. So I'm trying not to let him get me on the ground. There he goes. Oh, he didn't do it that time. Woo! But yeah, that's a funny way to meet someone, right? That you considered a long lost friend. It's like, hey dude, haven't seen you in years. Yeah. How about we fight? See if you're still as strong as you were. Get out. Oh. Ah. Nice. Now watch this conversation. This was so funny. I think this is this was the beginning of these little cutscenes that are now more common. That's the Jimmy I know. You've got the stylish moves. What have you been up to? What am I doing now? I've started my own dojo. If you're in any trouble, come by. I'll help you anytime. Yeah, thanks for the offer. I just dusted the floor with your face. But if I need your help, I'll come by your dojo. What kind of an offer is that, right? Just beat the brakes off of Dan, but he's offering to help me fight. No, stop. Just trying to slide to the victory. But yeah, man, let me know what your favorite Street Fighter is and why. I mean, there's so many now. I lost count at this point. You got the Street Fighter EX1, EX2, EX Plus. And I'm going to be trying to play all of those versions too. You know, the Alpha series, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3. You got the Street Fighter 3. I think there was actually, what was it, a New Generation and Third Strike. And then you got Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, Championship Edition, Hyper Fighting, Rainbow Edition. I don't know if you guys remember that. Street Fighter 3. And you got Street Fighter 4. You know, I might make an exception and play that. That's more than 5 years old now. Yeah, shout out to Luffy, man. He made Rose look so incredible last year. Who else has a good Rose? I think oh, I can't think of anyone right now, but yeah, shout out to Luffy though. And Luffy's a guy in the fighting game community, by the way. You know, I follow a lot of communities, and the fighting game has an interesting community of his own. Full of a bunch of high-level skilled players. Aha. She held that block. Haha. I was trying to throw her, but she was gonna snap out quickly. Yeah, so I'm trying to beat this as fast as possible. For Street Fighter 5, again, I would like to see Q, but aside from Q, I really do prefer new characters, like brand spanking new characters. I'm tired of seeing the same cast come back with only like 2 or 3 additions. I prefer, like, I don't mind the core players like, you know, Ken, Ryu, and maybe Chun-Li. I know they're always going to be in every Street Fighter. But aside from that, I kind of want brand new characters. And by brand new, I'm not talking about copycat characters, such as the one that I'm fighting now. Granted, she has a different moves from Sakura, but it's hard not to think of Sakura when you look at Karen. It's like the same character pretty much, just slightly different moves, different stance. Like, I like what they did with Hakan in Street Fighter 4. That's a brand spanking new character. Everything about him is unique, from his look to his combos to his moves, his metagame. He's just an entirely different type of character, and that's what I mean. Like, I want, ooh, nice. I want a whole new roster. Well, not a new roster. They already have some, you know, returns. Let's see if I can kill her with a shot. Come here. I want to give you the shock of your life. Good grief. But yeah, on this channel, I will be playing any type and every type of game. So not just fighting games. It just so happened that this was loaded up, and I just wanted to go ahead and take a shot at it. But you know, I love fighters. I love Scroll. What's it called? Scroll beat 'em ups. Yeah, beat 'em ups. You know, Double Dragon 2s, those type of games. Airplane games. You know, the Gradius series. Gradius, I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. Nice. Oh, geez, leave me alone. Stop that. No. It was was that a Street Fighter 4 Ultra True? Yeah, I just wanted to get up out of there. Come here, baby. Ah, you blocked. Oh my gosh. Ah. All right. I gotta focus now. I'm so close to the end. Got to focus. As long as he doesn't block, why not, right? Bye. Sorry to cheap him out, but I can't lose now, guys. You've been rocking with me the whole episode. I gotta take you to the end. No. Really? Come on, cut that out. Come on. Nice. Oh! No. Yes. That was close. I can't let you guys down, man. You stuck with me. I got to take you all the way through to the end. Great leader. I am very sorry. Oh, this is when Geef was rocking with Bison, huh? Trying to rock with him. Trying to be down with the Shadower, huh? That's what you get. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the very last match. Oh, my bad. We got another one of his minions. Wow, they call him a Russian dog. That's what you get for being loyal to a sociopath. Well, a psychopath, I should say. Good grief. Yeah, that's like his first block of the match. Wow. Right on your noggin. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, that's all it took was a punch. He punched me out of my supercharge, man. That's okay. Now can we get to the last match? They keep showing Bison's face and then some other guy comes around. We're gonna be a truck driver next? Okay, here we go, here we go. I don't know you, but you have great fighting power. I am Bison, Lord of the Shadow. That's how he really sounds. I'm not a pig, I'm a beast. That's why I don't eat pork. You see, he'd rather be a beast than a pig. Oh, bye-bye energy. Ah. Wow. I am surprised I won that. I mean, he started the round off with a super that just knocked 75% of my energy out. Here we go, guys. This is it. This one's for you. Just try not to let him get super. Ah. Oh no. Got him. Yes. And there you have it. The very first episode of the Throwback Gaming Show. Come on, give me a T. Give me a B. And give me a G. So that was it, man. I want to thank you all that actually had the patience to watch the entire episode. Again, this is my very first show. It's going to get a lot better. Plan on doing live streams. Plan on doing some of your favorite arcade classics. Your favorite console classics. So Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo, you name it. And if you have a game you like to see me play, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Send me a message and I'll be happy to see what I can do to make that happen. In the meantime, I hope you had fun. I sure did. And again, this is just one of many episodes I plan on releasing. Also, when you guys are seeing this, I should have my Twitter, my Facebook. I'm working on getting my Instagram ready. But follow me on all of that. Throwback Gamer Show. And I'll leave the details in the description. Thank you for being here. And I'm your host, the Throwback Gamer. Until next episode, have a good one. Peace.